#1 cable news show for 16 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly. In the Hume Zone segment tonight, for weeks, the left have been trying to prove that the Trump campaign colluded with the Russian government.
Did the Russian government have any collaboration or serious communication back and forth with Donald Trump's campaign during the election campaign last year?
The answer is very simple, no. And the fact that Russia is being demonized in that sense comes very strange to us.
Now, that man, Dmitry Peskov, is the personal spokesman for Putin. So take that into account. Mr. Peskov went on to say that the Russian ambassador, Sergei Kislyak, had conversations with the Clinton campaign.
Well, if you look at some people connected with Hillary Clinton during her campaign, you would probably see that he had lots of meetings of that kind. But there were no meetings about electoral process.
Inexplicably, Mr. Zachariah, the CNN commentator, did not even ask Mr. Peskov who in the Clinton campaign talked with the Russian ambassador. That's pretty stunning. Joining us from Florida, Brit Hume. First of all, do you believe anything the Russians say, Brit?
Well, I think whatever they say and whatever a spokesman for Vladimir Putin says should be taken with a considerable measure of skepticism. On the other hand, when he said that about people associated with the Clinton campaign talking to the Russian ambassador, it would certainly have been worth a follow-up to ask who that might have been. Now, I think, you know, if you step back from this interview, what it all adds up to is about what we've sort of known all along, although some refuse to admit it, and that is that for all of the talk about there being collusion with the Trump campaign, there simply isn't any firm evidence that that is the case. You could say even that there's not any evidence at all. There's suspicions, there are hunches, there are theories, but no real evidence, and that
I'm not willing,
as well to the Clinton campaign.
I'm not willing to take anything that the Russians say as even remotely truthful. I think they're up to what they usually do, mischief. I think he dropped that line, you know, the Clinton campaign, they talked with the Russian ambassador. But both Hume and I have been in the business too long. We really should retire, both of us, because we're so cynical. It's true, Hume. Admit it. We should be out of here. We're so cynical. So we know that Fareed Zachariah, when he heard that, in his mind he's going, holy, you know what? I can't have this be the headline because I hate Trump. Yeah. The guy hates Trump.
Well,
and that's why he didn't ask
well, maybe so.
A 5-year-old would ask, well, who is talking to him, you know?
I agree with that, but I think another point that's worth introducing here, Bill, is the fact that the Russian ambassador is a man about town in Washington.
Sure.
I mean, for as long as I've been there covering news, you see the Russian ambassador all kinds of places.
Yeah, if you buy him a Whopper, he'll talk to you.
One night.
You know, if you buy him
a Big Mac, they're always sort of jovial and approachable and friendly, and no doubt that doesn't mean that they're serving a great cause. But all kinds of people, on of all persuasions, run into the guy and meet with him. It just happens all the time, and it is completely ordinary.
And they were messing with the U.S. election so that they were going to cultivate anybody.
Or trying to.
Right. I mean, they were trying to. Mischief is the word. Did you see the 60 Minutes thing last night Leslie Stahl did about all the Putin people who got poisoned and hit in the head and they're in a coffin? I mean, it was...
Yeah, all of which reinforces the point that I think, Bill, that we both believe, which is that Vladimir Putin is not a good guy.
No. I mean, it was pretty interesting to just watch one after the other, after the other, and that's why I posed the question to the president. I mean, but there's nothing we can do about it. See, there's nothing we can do. Here's my final question. All of these liberal Americans who don't like Donald Trump, think he was elected illegitimately, think Putin, did whatever Putin did. Do they get their money back from watching all of these cable shows where night in and night out, every segment is, they did this, they did that? I mean, because as you said, there's not a shred of evidence after all this time to back up anything that these cable programs.
Well, Bill, I think you're entirely right about that. I've thought that for a long time, and I've said it before, but I would say this. Considering how little evidence there is, or indeed no evidence, they've managed to get a pretty good run out of it, not only on the cable shows, but they've gotten an attorney general who's now recused himself from the Justice Department's inquiry into the Russian role in the election. You've got investigating committees, I guess, now on both sides of Capitol Hill are looking into it, and it's a never-ending stream, as you say, of questions and discussions and today, even in the White House briefing, Mr. Trump's, I think, highly ill-advised suggestion that he was being wiretapped by the president, which is sort of an outgrowth of all this. That's created a big stir. So
still in the
so the beat goes on.
It does. Freedom, everybody. Water's on deck. Obamacare, very confusing, as you know. So we wanted to find out how much you guys really know about it. Waters is next.